My father left me a lake and a cabin when he died. I moved to Florida for my health and trusted my neighbor to keep an eye on things. 4 years later, I drove back to sell the property and found a fully operating resort on my land that had collected $190,000 in rental income. I never saw a single dollar. My father left me that lake so I'd always have something of his. I didn't realize someone else had already turned it into a business while I was grieving. Dad passed in March of 2019. I was 61, recently diagnosed with a respiratory condition and barely holding it together. I'd been teaching 4th grade for 32 years, and I was tired in a way that sleep couldn't fix. The cabin in northern Michigan was mine. The deed, the dock, the small private lake he'd fished every summer of his life. And Dale Pruitt from the Lakeview Meadows HOA next door sent flowers to the funeral. He held my hand at the graveside and said, "Donna, your dad was one of the good ones. You take care of yourself." I believed him. That was the part I couldn't stop turning over later. I sold my condo in Traverse City and moved to Sarasota by July. Warmer air, better lungs. I called Dale twice that first year just to check in. He said the property looked fine. He said he'd been keeping an eye out. Once he mentioned that some HOA members had started using the old fishing path along the eastern edge. Just for walking, nothing invasive. And he hoped that was okay. I said, of course. He was doing me a favor after all. In January 2023, I listed the cabin for sale and drove up to walk the property with my realtor. We turned down the gravel road and I thought I was lost. There was a paved parking lot where the tree line used to be. 6 small rental cottages along the northern shore. A commercial boat launch with a fee sign. A community pier stretching 40 feet into my father's lake with HOA flags snapping in the wind. I sat in the car for a long time. My realtor said nothing. I walked to the dock. My dock, the one Dad built with his own hands in 1987. And there was a placard screwed into the post. Lakeview Meadows waterfront access. Members and guests only. I called Dale. He answered on the second ring, same warm voice. "Donna, you're back up north?" "Dale, I'm standing on my dock." A pause. Then, "Well, we've been making improvements. We figured with you being down in Florida, someone should put the land to use." He said it like he'd done me a kindness, like 4 years of rental income and a resort built on my inheritance was a favor. I hung up. I called an attorney in Grand Rapids named Marcus Webb who took the case on contingency. Marcus pulled 4 years of HO financial records. The cottages had rented at $325 a weekend. The boat launch collected fees May through September. Total documented income, $191,400. Plus back property taxes the HOA had never paid on improvements to land they could own. The jaw-dropping part wasn't the money. It was a 2020 HOA meeting minutes that Marcus found in Discovery. Dale had told his board that I had granted them a verbal easement before moving. It looked 40 families in the eye and said I gave permission. He used my grief as cover and my absence as a blank check. I never confronted Dale again. There was no dramatic moment anymore. The lawsuit said everything. We settled in September 2023. The HOA paid $268,000. Rental profits, legal fees, and damages. The cottages were removed at their expense. The boat launch was filled in. Dad's dock is still there. I go sit on it when I visit now, and the lake looks the way he left it. Some people mistake your silence for permission. Dale mistook my grief for it. He had 30 years to learn the difference.